My lovers, welcome to my channel. Just wanted to tell you guys Happy New Year, and even though you might watch this reading sometime after the New Year, know that all readings are timeless. They come to your awareness because you attract them when you need them the most, okay? Before we begin, just want you guys to know that if you're watching this on the 2nd of January, I've opened up private readings on a very limited basis, so you can check that out on my website because a lot of you have been asking about private readings. And as soon as I began reading, of course, the dog has started to bark. So maybe there's something here that's going to come through about loyalty. But what we're going to do today is slightly different. We're going to do an Akashic journey. Some of you have already accessed my Akashic service, so you know how part of this is going to go. All right, we're going to do an Akashic journey, see what the Akasha wants to offer up to us for the new year, or for maybe just at this time. And then we're going to go into the tarot to confirm the message that we get, because I always like to confirm the message with tarot, okay? Because as I said, I can sit here and say all kinds of stuff, but it's when the confirmation comes through, then a lot of you will be, your minds will be put at ease, and you have confidence in the reading, especially if it's resonating with what you already have in your psychic awareness, because everybody has intuitive gifts, okay? Some are just more developed than others, and that dog won't stop. Okay, so anyway, so before I start, let me explain to you what I see when I go to the Akasha, because everybody's going to see this differently, but I have found that there's a lot of commonalities in what mediums see when they go to the Akasha, okay? Because Spirit is always going to show you images from your cultural awareness, from your politics, your internal politics, to help you understand what you are seeing. So I see the Akasha as a giant pyramid, okay? And I have access to 2 points on the Akasha. I have access to the bottom of the Akasha, and at the bottom of the Akasha is where I access the crystal library, okay? Now, and the dog has come even closer. There's something here about loyalty. I'm pretty positive, okay? So I hope it stops before we start journeying. Hold on, guys. I gotta tune into that message that dog is giving us. 1 second. For some of you, this is actually a warning. Let's pull some cards. All right, so we have to go with the flow, okay? Every time we do a reading, we go with the flow. Because we can always set out to do something, but something else comes up. But I'm getting a message with that dog barking. This is to be on your guard. I'm pretty positive. And as soon as I kind of got the message, he's kind of gone. Okay, we have the 4 of Swords in reverse. Somebody is restless. And I never get restless with this card. Somebody's restless. They cannot rest. Okay, let's see. Spirit wants a message with that dog. We have the Hermit. We have Death in reverse. We have 8 of Cups in reverse. And we have 5 of Pentacles in reverse. I get in 2 messages. 2 messages. One for you and one about you. Let's go with the one about you. Spirit is saying that right now, this is time to dig deep. Dig deep and dig deep into your shadow. Okay? There's something here that you're not walking away from. I don't get that this is a person. Get it's a cycle, and it's a cycle that concerns your abandonment issues and the way that you have abandoned yourself. I'm going to dig deep into that in a moment. Spirit is saying this is holding back your ascension, your progress, and your transformation. That's what I'm getting. We often ask in this journey why our counterpart abandons us or ghosts us. But our counterpart abandons us and ghosts us the minute we abandon or ghost ourselves. How do we abandon or ghost ourselves? By not being authentic, by trying to be what other people want us to be, by trying to be what our partner wants us to be, by trying to put up a facade, a front, by abandoning our principles, by abandoning our morals, by abandoning our beliefs as soon as they come into our lives because we want them to stay. So some of you right now are not living your most authentic life because you are afraid of being abandoned by something or someone, by someone, or might even be by the world, or by your workmates, or by your family. You're afraid of being abandoned, so you're not leaning in to this transformation. Because maybe this transformation calls for you to release some of the programming that makes you belong, that makes you feel accepted. So that's the message about you. The message for you is somebody is looking deep into you. In your comings and your goings and everything. Okay? This person is someone who's unevolved. Unevolved Scorpio energy, which seems to be cropping up in a lot of our readings. Okay? And no, my twin is not a Scorpio. Somebody asked that. No, he's not a Scorpio. Unevolved Scorpio energy. And unevolved Scorpio energy can be very vindictive. And they can use their spiritual gifts for not so good things. You see, unevolved Scorpio is very perceptive. But what do they do with that perception? They use it to wound and hurt and maim. There's someone that does not want you, or maybe they may not want a person that you are connected to walk away from a karmic cycle. It doesn't benefit them for you to walk away from a karmic cycle. So this could be a karmic attached to your connection, or it could be your person. And they're all doing that for the same reason, because they don't want change. They don't want you to change. They don't want things to change. So whether it's a karmic or it's your person, they don't want things to change. Because if things change, it means then there are repercussions for their comfort zone. Whoever this person is, or whoever these people are, they also have an abandonment issue. And the dog is quiet. So that's your first message. Let us now go to the Akasha. As I was explaining, I have access to 2 points in the Akasha. Below the Akasha, underneath the pyramid, and this is called the Crystal Library. Now, in the Crystal Library, and remember, this is how I see the Akasha, this is where all our memories of future timelines, everything is stored, even all past lives on other planets, but they are stored in a different part of the Crystal Library. Now, all our memories are stored in these crystals that look like kind of Star of David clear quartz, okay? But some of them are also purple, and I've also seen them in black. But the ones that are purple and black, they are from our lives on other planets, in other star systems, in other galaxies. Okay? So the Akasha is run by 2 beings that I see. One are guardians, and they just look like bright balls of light. They have no gender. It's just a kind of warm, smiley face and an energy. Okay? And the other part of the Crystal Library is governed or managed by ETs, extraterrestrials. And that's all lifetimes on other star systems, other planets. Okay? The other point in the Akasha that I have access to is the top of the Akasha, and that is where Anubis rules. And this is the gateway to what I call the contract office, which is where all our contracts are stored, and also the gateway to the underworld, just in case we have to do soul retrieval. Okay? So I don't know. We're going to the Crystal Library today. I don't think we're going on top. We're not going to do any kind of soul retrieval today. We're just going to see what the Crystal Library wants us to know at this time. Okay? So you're coming on this journey with me. So I'm just going to ground and protect you and protect myself. Okay, so I mean, you could skip this part, but when you are listening to this, you're also traveling with me to the other dimensions. And every dimension has their own set of microbes and little phytoplankton, that kind of thing. Okay, and sometimes when you're unprotected, they get kind of stuck on you and they can drain your energy. So I just want you right now, just relax and just focus on a point of light just above your head. Okay, point of light just above your head. This light comes from soul star chakra, so it looks nice and golden. So just 6 feet above your head, nice beautiful light coming from soul star chakra. And I'll see this light coming down and going straight through your chakras, starting at the crown, third eye, root. Why did I say root? Okay, there's something here. Well, we did talk about abandonment issues. So this is root chakra. Interesting. Heart, solar plexus, sacral, and the root chakra. And the root chakra is vibrating. Interesting. Okay. Now see this energy going down your legs, your lower legs, your feet, and see yourself growing roots like a tree, and these tree roots going deep into Earth's core. Now when your roots hit the energy that's at the core of the earth, bring that energy up through your roots, your feet, your legs, your root, sacral, solar plexus, heart, throat, third eye, crown, and see that energy come out of your crown and connect to all there is. So you are grounded by your galactic cord on top and your roots down below. So you're in a column of light. Now just see this column of light just expanding outward, just about 6 feet outward. And in this column of light, you are safe, you are protected. Okay. If you're connected with your guides, you can ask your guide to join you. Joining me today is my healing guide running there, and my main guide, Janice. And I'm seeing my Reiki guide, Orlando, also stepping forward today, which is unusual. Anyway, we're going down to the Crystal Library. So it's just 10 steps, and there's slate steps, stone slate. And we're just going to walk down now. Almost there. And we come to an amethyst crystal door. I'm just going to scan my third eye here because that's where my Akashic library card is. And it opens. And we are greeted by one of the ETs. Also interesting, this doesn't happen often either. By one of the ETs. Okay, so they're taking us to a place I call the Hall of the Celestials. Okay, the Hall of the Celestials. And they want us to look at crystal 5539. I like to write this down because sometimes there's a message in the numbers. We have 5539. Okay, so that's 10 and 12, that's 22. 22, we have master number 22. That's master in intimate relationships. And 22 also reduces to 4, which is the emperor, which is taking charge of your life. 1 second, guys. Sorry about that, guys. Alright, so we have master number 22, master in intimate relationships. And then we have number 4, which is the emperor. Alright, so there's something in here about taking charge, particularly of your love life and of your family relationships. Now I see the energy of 5 repeated twice. 5 is about a spiritual lesson, and 39 reaches to 12, which is the hangman, okay, which is about getting a higher perspective. We also have the empress here, and we also have the hermit, which we already saw. All right, so we're going to keep these numbers in mind. All right, so crystal number 5539. Let's see what happens here. Now when I put my third eye to the crystal, it will open out into a V shape, and I'll watch a movie and I'll tell you guys what the movie is all about. Hold on. So I see masculine and feminine energy. They look like humans, but they only have one eye, one big third eye. One big third eye. And the hair, it's mostly bald on top, but it's a kind of like a mohawk kind of style in the middle. The male has purple, the feminine has blue hair. They're getting engaged, or he's asking her to be. He's saying, to be my one. That's what he's saying, to be my one. They join hands like this, and then like there's big energy that grows. So they're one. And then she says, I'll be your one. They're one. Then they're showing me like 2 months down the road, they live together in a kind of dome-shaped dwelling. And the dome is like a security system. It's like energized. I see the masculine energy leaving for work. It's a normal day. He works at some, like, it looks like a lab or some shit like that. I see him walking like down a corridor, and he's hearing shouting from inside one of the rooms. So he stops and he listens, and they're talking about something that shocks him. It shocks him, and he tries to back away, but he doesn't know that whilst he's listening, somebody's also watching him. And he bumps into this person as he tries to back away. And this person strangles him. They strangle him. They strangle him and dispose of the body. And he just disappears like that. Poof. And they're showing me days and the feminine energy is at home waiting, looking out the window. She makes some kind of report to some kind of what guardian council or something like that. Kind of like a police, but they're saying guardian council. And there's a whole big cover up, and she thinks that he is just kind of run off. But she doesn't know that he died. So she's stuck there, and they don't show her getting somebody else or anything like that. They show her growing old. They show her like combusting. I think that's probably their way of dying. They just kind of combust into light. But she never finds out what happened to him. And this feminine energy thinks that he's just run off. He's just run off. This is interesting. Now I see my guide Orlando stepping in front of me, which is also weird because he's usually on my left. And he's showing me a heart. He's like opened up his chest and showing me his heart. And it's like somebody's heart bleeding. Now he's holding the heart in his hand and giving it Reiki energy. So maybe this is something that you can do to yourself. But then there's a wound here. And I think it's definitely an abandonment wound. So we picked up on that already. An abandonment wound that needs to be healed. Okay? There's an abandonment wound here that needs to be healed. And he said Reiki energy can also help. So if one of your issues in this lifetime is dealing with abandonment, the Akasha is letting us know that this is definitely a past life issue, and it's not even past life on Earth. The origination is past life on another planet. So we're gonna thank the ETs for showing us this. We're gonna put back the crystal. And we're just going to leave the Akasha now. Let's go back up the steps to ground level. And ask your guide, spirit, source energy to just kind of dust you off, clean you up, and just ground you at 100%. And the dog starts back again. So they're asking you to be on your guard. Okay. All right. So let's see. Now, remember we had the energy of 5. A lot of disruptions in this reading. We had the energy of 5 twice. So I'm getting that this abandonment issue is not just for you, but also your counterpart. Because we have the Emperor here, we have the Empress here, and then we have the Hermit and Master number 22 right in the middle. So I'm getting Emperor and Empress. One of the big lessons is abandonment. And not just abandonment by the other, but also abandonment of self. Okay? All right, so let us go into the tarot. Although we did already and we got that confirmation. We're going to ask Spirit if there's anything else with regard to this vision that we saw in the Akasha that we need to know about. And we have Hermit again. Is there anything else that we need to know about here? All right, Hermit on the bottom. Let's just pull 4 cards. Six of Pentacles, and that's a card of karma for me. We have 10 of Wands in reverse, that's baggage. We have the Hermit in reverse, and we have the Knight of Wands in reverse. So what Spirit is saying right now, in order to achieve a stability in your connections in your life, and stop that kind of in and out, where people kind of move in and out of each other's life, where people ghost, where people are inconsistent, we now have to look to the things that we now have to look at the issues that we were refusing to look at before. And for a lot of us, this is the baggage that we've been toting around from the past. Hold on. For some of you, you had a parent or guardian that played favorites. They had their favorite. And I don't think it was you. You felt abandoned by them emotionally. For some of you, it might even have been physically. But whatever treatment that you received at the hands of them, it was unbalanced compared to what they used to give to other people. Let's pull a card on that Six of Pentacles. This is the root of your abandonment issues in this life. Yes. Look, a lot of competition and fighting for their attention. Fighting for the attention of your caregiver, who it looked like was very manipulative. Look, we have it here. So you may have been attracting partners to yourself who you had to fight for their attention. And Spirit is saying, this baggage, even though the origin of it in this lifetime is with your caregiver, the origin of it, this abandonment issue here, okay, this rejection wound, is that lifetime that we just saw. So they're pointing you to what needs to be looked at, what needs to be healed right now. Interesting. So far, we have the vision and the reading come together. Let's get the advice from Spirit. We have peace in reverse. Okay, so then, and it's a card number 5. 23 reduced to 5. It's a card number 5. What's this one? And then we have a leg up, and that's our ancestor card in reverse. And usually when I see this card, it means that you're being supported by your ancestors. But that also, for me, confirms the abandonment issue. What Spirit is saying here is that there's a part of you that's not at peace, and that is because you did not feel supported by your caregivers. The ones who were supposed to support you, the ones who were supposed to take care of you. This is where the uneasiness within your soul lies. I remember at the bottom of the deck we saw the 4 of Swords and Rivers, and we said that somebody cannot be at peace, and we thought it was somebody else. It looks like to bring your soul completely into balance, this is like the final frontier. It's a missing piece of the puzzle. This feeling of not being supported by the caregiver or abandoned. Let's see peace in reverse. Now is a time for calmness and well-being in spite of temporary conditions. Even if there are dissonant notes in the music of your life, all that means is that you must go within What did we just say? And fine-tune the extraordinary instrument that you are. Find harmony within yourself and don't look to the outer world to provide certainty. This too shall pass, and once again, your life will be filled with beautiful music. So for some of you, you're feeling uneasy, like something is missing, like there's a missing piece. But Spirit is saying the missing piece is right here, with this not being supported by those who are meant to support you. And then furthermore, subsequent to that, attracting partners who did not support you the way that you want to be supported. Guys, that's today's message. It will resonate for whoever it has to resonate for. But this is our message today. Guys, I want to thank you guys so much for everything that you do for this channel and your loving support. All the years that I've been on this channel, I love you so much. Take care. Bye.